Okay, we are live. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Star Performers of YCM, a series where we celebrate our outstanding alumni who have not just completed our IMI certified mediation training, but have also truly embodied the spirit of you can resolve it. Today, we have with us Angel Singh, one of our bright trainees from the July 2025 cohort. Angel has stood out for her remarkable participation, reflective insights, and commitment to learning the art of mediation. Welcome, Angel. It's so good to have you with us today. And
Thank you, Sarita. It's a pleasure being here.
yes, thank you once again. And yes, let's begin with your story. Tell us about bit about yourself to the audience, your background, what you're currently doing, and how you got interested, how you're driven towards mediation. Over to you.
Yeah. So, hi everybody. I hope all of you are doing well. I associated with YCM through one of the posts on LinkedIn. And then I thought that, this is something different as well as something very resourceful and it's going to be something very beneficial in the near future. Mediators are very, right now today with the Mediation Act and the mediation rules also coming in force eventually, mediation is going to be the blooming market even in the Indian legal industry. So definitely, then I thought, let me give it a chance. So yes, then I connected with YCM, and here I am today. And talking about myself, I have done my business administration and law, a double graduation from the SNDT University. Then I'm also pursuing my LLM from NMIMS, and simultaneously I'm also working with one of the leading media and broadcasting company as a legal advisory. Yes, so that's who I am, and yes, I'm also now a certified mediator by YCM.
Great. You also answered my other question that how did you first come across YCM? So you already answered that. So I'm going to ask you the next question. So how was your overall experience during the training? Any session, mentor, or concept that really stood out for you?
So, firstly, the overall experience during the training, let me tell you, is very intense. Very intense, but at the same time, it's very beneficial. YCM actually takes so much dedication and efforts, to keep you in the course that you feel like you're back in school again. I must tell you, because they're so disciplined, so organized. So their discipline and organization that the YCM team had definitely helped me a lot in order to get more dedicated towards the course at large. Then with regard to which session I enjoyed a session that was held on the psychological aspect, which helped me understand that as a mediator there is a lot of things. It's not just mediation that I have to look into, but also a psychological aspect of your client that comes to you. You have to look into the psychological, the behavioral patterns. So that session was one of the best sessions, I think. And I also come from a science background, so that helped me a lot to understand the how the brain is going to function, how the amygdala is going to respond. So all that was really beneficial. And with regard to my favorite, I think Kudrat's session on how to negotiate would be one of our favorites. I think all my batchmates would have agreed to that, and definitely Faiza's inputs also that we had during the training were also helpful. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Though I'm a course moderator,
Still,
thank you for also
your
highlighting
inputs
my
definitely were
inputs.
helpful.
Yeah. So I think for psychology, you had Kavita Balakrishnan ma'am, right?
Yes, yes, Kavita Balakrishnan. Yes, I couldn't get
Yeah.
her name.
Yeah,
She's
got
very
it.
good.
So it's not alone to adding to your points, it's not alone just mediation we did in our course. It's all about psychology and conflict and every aspects that covers
Every
mediation,
aspect,
even
yeah, correct.
the minute aspect. Thanks for bringing this up, giving that insight to our audience. Okay, psychology is also covered in depth, so they will also get an understanding. So thanks for
Yeah,
bringing that. Yeah.
The youth really wants to do course in psychology, and even I wanted to pursue psychology, but I'm not really getting the time. But yeah, YCM kind of covered it for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another question. YCM follows a co-mediation model. How was it working with another mediator during the role plays? Did that experience teach you something new about collaboration or self-awareness?
Definitely. With the co-mediation model, you get to understand what are your weak points and what are your strong points when you are working in collaboration with someone. It also helped me understand different perspectives that other co-mediators would bring on the table while we were handling, a case. So that was great. I mean, those insights were great. So co-mediation has helped me in my day-to-day life also. Co-mediation has taught me how it has helped me to look at teamwork in a altogether different way. So it's definitely helping me on my career perspective also, that I'm looking at teamwork in a very different manner. Yes.
That's wonderful. And to know about teamwork also works because you as a when you sign up you won't have the knowledge, like you will be committed that you will be doing this work alone. You will not have the idea of doing this co-mediation style, but initially everybody will be hesitant, but of course, as you mentioned, it's a
Yeah,
learning
it's all.
style, and the other person brings to the table is also important. So yes, and another question: since the training, have you found yourself using your mediation skills in your day-to-day life or work? And share an example of any such instance.
Surely. So, thank you, in fact, for bringing this up, because I realized while my working only, while because I'm doing my masters and this together, I realized that while I am working, when I'm going for client calls or contract negotiations, because I'm already a lawyer, so that's the time when I actually realized, oh my God, I can look at this negotiation and conflict in a very different angle. And yes, I did use the skills of mediation, that is here, observe, understand, and listen, to respond, not to respond, but to understand and to communicate. So that was something that we were taught. Communication, we thought, was the key. And definitely I have understood that. So in one of the negotiations where there was a really heated discussion going around, and I stepped in, and that time, trust me, I did not don the lawyer's hat. I donned the mediator hat that day, and I told myself, oh my God, I'm actually putting into practice in my daily life what I learned in mediation. And that time we were actually taking the training. And trust me, I told to myself that, good job, Angel. And mediation, the training has really helped me, because I was like, okay, I calmed down. I didn't get, hyper, or, like we have thought in a case, when there was a conflict between the clients, how we used to break into different private sessions, and we used to try to ease them down. I used the same technique there. I tried to calm the opposite party down, and then I heard their perspective, and I said, while I hear you, this is what I suggest. And it really eased out the whole thing. So yes, definitely I am putting into practice all the skills that I've learned, and it is helpful. It is helping me with resolving conflicts in a altogether different manner. Yes.
Great to know that you're using in your work life as well. It is like changing your lens. Like you
Yeah.
as you mentioned that it's if it's a different angel, it would have old angel, it would have she would have handled it differently. But now after the
Sure.
training, the version changes.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
Instead of a lawyer, it was a mediator angel, and the approach was completely different.
true. Yes. With that, moving on to the next question. What's one situation after the training where you got yourself thinking that this is a you can resolve it moment for you? One
So
exact situation. Yeah.
yeah, after the training, it was regarding a dispute regarding, two of my friends within the family. I mean, both are my friends, both the siblings. So, a family friend regarding the property matter, and there was a lot of unhealthy discussions around that. So, definitely, I did not charge them for my mediation session. That was done completely free. as a, as a friend, as a friend mediator. But I definitely, they called me that, Angel, can you come? You're even a lawyer now, even a mediator. Can you just come and, help us around with this? I went in and we sat. We actually had a proper, in the, drawing room. We actually set up a proper area. Like I told, no, let's set up a area. Let's have a proper discussion. I had both the parties on one end, and I sat, and I looked at the dispute, and definitely suggested, I asked them their opinions like we did in the training, asking the one party, what do you think would be the possible way to resolve this, then asking the opposite party what would be, and then suggesting, okay, are you okay with A or B, or would you want C and D, and then suggesting them, if you're okay with A, B and C, then we have a solution already, we are on the same page. So I've actually done that, so yes, that is one
Yes.
example. And
Great.
that
It's
dispute actually got resolved. Like they were really, heading to, having a litigation and a bad fight, but that actually helped them.
true. Then definitely it is your you can resolve it moment.
Yes,
Of
it's my
course.
you can resolve it moment for sure.
Yes. With that question, we are going to, and one more question before we wind up. Will you suggest this training to your friends?
Definitely, definitely, because it has not only changed, it has not only, this is, I personally suggest to everybody watching this right now and whoever is going to watch this in the future, the mediation course organized by YCM, the curriculum, the entire structure, the entire course is in such a detailed and wonderful manner that it's not only going to help you just to study, then mug up that course, and just to take the certification. It is definitely going to add value to your personality, to your life, and the way you look at professional conflicts and personal conflicts is definitely going to change. And especially professionally, this has really benefited me, because the way I look at negotiations today and the way I approach negotiations and conflict resolution, my lens has completely changed. The angle is completely different now, which is giving me positive results. So I suggest to everybody that whoever is watching this and will watch this, if you really want to understand what mediation is about and how it can help you in your daily and actual life, I think YCM is the best place rather than any other, I think, uh, online courses that are getting offered to take the course, because in my personal opinion it has definitely brought a lot of change. So yes, YCM it is.
Sure. Thank you so much for suggesting and such an affirmative, strong statements that highly recommended that you will highly recommend to your friends. Okay, with no further delay, and this is the final part of this interview and the conversation, which is rapid fire round. We need one word, maximum one sentence answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mediation in one word to you.
Best conflict resolution mechanism.
A skill you discovered about yourself during the training.
Negotiation in an amicable manner.
Your personal mantra for resolving conflicts.
Mediation.
Complete this sentence. Where there is a conflict.
There's always a mediator
Superb.
to
Thank
assist
you
you.
once again, Angel. I hope you loved this conversation, a candid conversation.
Definitely.
After our training, we are connecting now only in
Today.
after a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and let's be in touch. Let's be in more conversation and stay always connected to YCM, and let's see you another in another event in another phase of life with more mediation. And until we meet again, do remember you can resolve it.
Can resolve it.
Yeah, once again, Angel, I want to take a picture with you.
Sure.
So I think show me a thumbs up. 3, 2. Yes, done. Thank you, Angel.